is D&D on the Farm RPG. I am the Dungeon Master Belogan. Everything that goes wrong is probably my fault. That's just what you sign up for with the role. Our players tonight are, first of all, Boobun.
Hi, I'm Boobun. I'm playing Spectre, who is a rabbit rogue.
And Cole.
Hello, I am playing Kakusho, who is a bronze dragonborn ranger.
And don't call her an angry elf, Augie.
Hi, I'm Augie, and I'm playing a gnome bard named Astley.
We are picking up our adventure after our adventures of the Firewire Adventures Guild had just run off to Mayor Trid's office, where they found a large protest outside of people complaining about the validity of his mayorhood. Trid has hired our adventurers to find out what happened to Mayor Pedro, the previous mayor, who has just mysteriously disappeared. The terms of employment were a bit steep, so Mayor Trid is paying 300 carats up front to be delivered as soon as possible. He's offered to give the Firewire Adventures Guild an endorsement once this is complete, and a payment of 600 gold, the payment terms depending on the outcome of the job. If Pedro can be found, he has agreed to pay 100 gold a month to the Adventures Guild. If he's not found, but reasonable proof of his whereabouts and guarantee of his safety and no foul play on Mayor Trid's part will result in 50 gold payment per month for a total amount of 600 gold, just a longer payment term to get that paid off. Find ourselves with the adventurers having agreed to the terms, headed out of the mayor's office. They see a young worker running around the back with a wheelbarrow, headed to a storehouse, assumedly to pick up those sweet, sweet carrots who were agreed to be paid up front as part of the initial signing bonus for taking on this job, we'll say. Outside, the mob is still angry. You hear them chanting and yelling. They don't seem too thrilled to see the adventurers walking in and out of the mayor's office. They don't really know why you're there. Most of them don't even know who you are yet, but if you're associated with Trid, they're not happy with you in their books at the moment. The destination right now is to head towards the former Mayor Pedro's home, which is on the other side of town, and see if there are any clues as to his whereabouts. As you head through the town square with your destination in mind, you hear something that might make you stop in your tracks. Echoing down the alley, you hear a familiar voice, that of Borgin, calling out, "Last chance for spins on the wheel. Come win fabulous prizes. Step right up. Come on, come on. Not going to be here for long. Hurry it up if you're interested."
Astley starts running.
Yeah, I'm also running towards this wheel.
Full speed. I'm not fast, but
We're
I'm
gonna go spinning that wheel. I need to spin. Also, Spectre is also running. Is a lot faster, I would say.
Yeah.
It's a race.
Astley is
Kakusho,
not
as usual,
winning the race.
is walking slowly towards it and not running.
He's like, "Oh, great. Here we go again." All right. Our adventurers make their way through the alley. They find Borgin, who is just mostly packing up. There's a small soapbox, and on it, he has on a tripod a large wheel. It's probably about 4 feet in diameter, and it's got like a dial on the top. When you spin it with little pegs, it clicks and goes. This wheel spins around. It has multiple colors on each tile with numbers written on them that are associated with prizes.
Spin the wheel!
You see a young boy who has just spun the wheel, and he had won a prize, and he was given a small teddy bear that was holding a wooden sword and shield, and when you pull the string on the back of it, it makes brave comments about fighting off monsters under the bed and so forth.
That's precious.
Organ sees you three approach, and he smiles. He's glad to see you. Says, "Oh, you heard my call." Says, You're making it just in time. I'm just about to pack up, but if you'd like, take a spin on my prize wheel, you're welcome. Tell you what, your new customers, your first spin can be free. I'll charge you after that, though.
Do we get a spin each? A free spin each?
Yeah.
Or are we
Yeah.
a group? Oh, okay.
You
I'm
each
gonna-
have a
I'm gonna
free
spin
spin.
I want to
Ashley
spin
looks
that,
at
baby.
Spectre.
Yeah.
If you'd
First
like
up.
an
the
additional
wheel.
spin, it would be 10 ancient coins each. Yeah. 10 ancient coins each for an additional spin, 20 for a second spin after that. So it goes up, much like the will spin cost in Farm RPG.
And we have
I'm spinning that wheel.
34 ancient
We have
coins.
30 each. 34 each. Yeah. We can spin this
Yeah.
thing twice, I think.
You could spin it, your free time, and then you could pay for 2 more spins if you so desire. Now, keep in mind, you do need those ancient coins for your guild's charter at some point. So you're trading off potential immediate rewards for
Maybe we want more
legitimacy.
ancient coins, though.
Yeah, you have no idea what the prizes are. Just that it's a wheel you can spin. So I'm assuming Kokusho's last. Who's first?
Spectre got there first.
Spectre allows Ashley to go first. She goes after you.
That was nice. Otherwise, we were going to roll for initiative and see who won.
How do I spin
All right,
the wheel?
Ashley.
What do I do?
You roll a D100.
1D100.
1D100.
I got 1.
Now, that just was the one because you put a space between the 1 and the D and the 100.
Oh.
It's /roll. Yeah. There we go. A 10. All right, let me have you roll that D100 one more time. A 64. All right, he looks at it. That's your will that comes up.
What was the 10? What was the 10?
He says, all right, let me... What was the 10?
Why did I have to respin?
It was too low.
You didn't respin. It was just determining what you got with that first spin in that case. So a 64 in this case, he reaches into his bag and he Borgum pulls out this sticky black pyramid. It's incense. It has a fairly putrid smell to it. It looks kind of cool, but it doesn't smell that great.
Gross.
And it's he kind of takes the whiff of it. He's like, sorry, it might have gone bad, but here's what you get with your free spin.
What is
maybe
it?
that wasn't the best price to get you hooked. It's exactly that. It's a black pyramid of incense that smells really bad.
What scent is this?
What scent is it?
Yes.
What's
Odor.
a scent that you wouldn't like? Odorous?
Ode to toilet.
It's it's better than that pile of rat refuse. It does smell better than that. We'll give it that. But it smells maybe like moldy mushrooms.
Hey, Kakusho.
Hello.
Would you exchange this fabulous prize and allow me your free spin?
Okay.
Yes.
I will take your pyramid of weird smelling thing.
Another free spin for Ashley.
I mean, you can't
just
get
shake her
unlucky
head.
twice, right? That's how it works, I've heard.
Who knows? All right. Astley gets another free spin for Borgum. Borgum says, I'll allow it. Let you hand the incense off to Kakusho. He given Kakusho's initial enthusiasm, the way he slowly sauntered up, makes him think maybe he isn't his best prospect to get hooked on this thing anyway. So 65.
Now do I roll again?
All right.
Again?
No, you do not.
What was the 10?
What was the 10?
What was the 10?
That's just what category you are in. All right. He says, you'll probably like this one better. And he goes over and he pulls a box out that's about 3.5 feet long. And it's not very wide. The box is maybe 6 inches wide. It's really long. He opens it up, and inside of it is a rapier. And it's not just an ordinary rapier. It is a rapier that has been silvered. So it's a very
Ooh.
fancy sword that's silvered, which mechanically in D&D allows you to damage some type of monsters that have resistances to non-silvered or non-magical weapons such as lycanthrope.
That's certainly better than your pointy stick.
But I like my pointy stick. Thank you, Borgen.
Kakusho is now jealous and regrets giving away his free spin.
It's like, man, I got the stinky incense. And she got the sparkly sword.
Astley takes the sword and looks at it and also gives it to Kakusho. I just liked to watch it go around.
Thank you.
But you can still keep the incense. I do not like it.
Ashley's just here to spin the wheel, I guess.
Spin the wheel.
Ashley just likes to watch the colors.
Just click. Spins around, yep. All right. So with that, did Spectre want to take a free
Yes,
wheel
I would love
spin?
to take a free spin. Let me roll this D20. Or
100.
D100.
100, excuse me. 88.
88. All right. Wheel goes around, spins around, stops on the number 88. Borgen reaches into his bag and he hands you a ribbon that you can wear. It's kind of red. It says first place on it. And it makes you feel special.
Ooh, I pin it to my chest, onto my vest.
It says,
Oh,
now, if you ever
number one.
feel a little down on your luck, just tap on this thing and it will help you out.
Oh, very cool. Sweet. Thank you. I like it. Very fancy.
So mechanically what this is it's got one charge. And when you use it, you can add a D12 die roll to any roll that you make, whether that's a skill check, weapon damage, anywhere you choose to use it.
Is it one-time use or is it like a daily
One-time
thing?
use.
Cool.
Yep, one-time use.
Sweet. Like that. Thank you.
No, not a daily 1d12 to every roll for forever. It's
Yeah,
a
that
one-time use.
that would be very powerful. So
We call these MVP die in my Gladiator game. Our gladiators would vote for who was their favorite player, and they'd get the MVP die to use in their next battle.
well, I like it. Thank you very much for this beautiful ribbon, Borgen.
Astley
All right,
shuffles
Borgen
out.
says, "Well, that's it. That's your free spins." But
Astley throws 10 ancient coins at Borgen and spins the wheel again without saying
he
anything.
gets a big smile, realizing he's got a customer hooked. Okay, Astley, let's roll again. 24. 26. Okay. All right. He reaches into his bag and he pulls out a vial that has this bubbly green liquid in it.
Can I drink it?
You can, but you may not want to right now. He says, careful when you drink this, it can turn you into something else.
Like what?
So,
Ooh, fun.
Like what?
it is mechanically, this is a potion of polymorph, which means you can turn into any creature. There might be some restrictions on that. I think it's any beast with a CR equivalent of your level or lower. And it lasts for, I think, an hour.
I pocket the vial and I look at the wheel.
Okay. I want to spend one more time. I will gladly give up 10 more of my ancient coins to spin that wheel.
Let's go for it.
All right. Spinning that.
Chuckles to himself watching
That's a
all these spins.
21.
21. All right. You spin it around and it ends up on the same tile that Astley just had, whether that was intentional or not. Borgen's like, oh, I hope I have another one of these. And he reaches in his bag, he feels around, he's looking like, and then his face brightens up and he finds one more potion of polymorph and he hands it to you. He says, I think that's my last one though.
Ooh, fun. Twins.
Ooh, this could be fun. This could be fun. Astley gives Kakusho 4 ancient coins and Borgen 20 ancient coins.
Okay. One more spin, huh? All right. 100.
Natural
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
100.
Wow, natural. 100.
Nat 100.
Are there any like bells and whistles that go off now on the wheel?
There should be. Yeah. It's like the grand prize, Big Daddy potion, fireworks shoot off. Borgin looks shocked. He's like, no one's rolled that all week.
What do I get?
And he goes over, and behind a locked glass cabinet, there's a vial there.
Ooh.
And Borgin takes out his key. He opens it up, and the vial has a piece of parchment on it with the simple +1 written on it.
Is this another polymorph potion?
This is not a polymorph potion, no.
What does this do?
This is a potion that when you drink will instantly level you up once.
Wow.
Oh, I can't drink this while we're recording. Astley ponders, somehow breaking a fourth wall somewhere. Oh, but I could.
You could.
Oh, but I could.
You could. We can always edit out a level up if we need to.
You could indulge a little bit.
Ooh. Astley drinks the potion. Immediately.
You asked me, were you leveling up tonight? I said it depends on the luck of the die, but I didn't.
You didn't?
I didn't expect anyone to roll 100.
Ooh. A natural. Yes. I would like to level up, please.
All right. You are welcome to do so. So for a bard, it's pretty straightforward. Getting to level 2, you pick up an extra D8 plus your con modifier in hit points. You pick up the Jack of all trades.
That's what I really wanted.
You get another new known spell, an extra spell slots, and things like that. So we'll let you work that out in the background here for a minute.
Yeah, you guys go on. Astley is
why are you doing that?
Astley drinks it and like falls asleep for a little bit. Kakusho can carry me.
Did Kakusho or Spectre want to give up some of their precious coin to take an extra will spin, or are you feeling like the luck gods have run dry?
I feel like the luck gods may have run dry, but I am debating on doing another one. Yeah, why not? I'll drop down to 14. Actually, no, it's 4. I only have 24 now. So I'll drop down to 4 ancient coins and, give it another spin. So she steps up and gives the man his coins.
Okay.
And I got a 12.
A 12.
Yes.
All right, let me have you roll another D100.
You got it. 59.
Let me see if I like this result or if I'm going to change it. Okay. Borgin looks in his bag. He looks at what the prize is supposed to be. He looks at you. He looks back in his bag what the prize is supposed to be. He looks at you. He's like, I can't give you this in good conscience. That would just be cruel.
Oh, okay. Is it that bad? She asks.
He kind of pulls out a little bit, and you see what looks like a lucky rabbit's foot.
Oh, no, give me that. I'll take that. I want that. Give that to me. Hand it.
Okay. It's like, all right, I was going to swap it, but if you want it, that's fine. Okay.
No, I want that.
There is nothing special about this other than it's just a good luck charm.
Sweet. She ties it onto her waistband.
A rabbit with a lucky rabbit's foot. If you ever lose one, you have a prosthetic foot.
Yes,
ready
just
to
in
go.
case. It's like a peg leg ready to go in case I lose a foot.
All right, with that, Borgin's like, well, you two are pretty much broke. And he asks Kakusho, I was like, did we tempt you into a spin, or are you wise enough to hold on to your coin?
Kakusho thinks about it and
spin the wheel.
Decides, no, I am happy with this rapier. What is it called? Rapier?
A rapier. Did Ashley actually give that to you, or just let you hold it? That I wasn't sure.
I put it in my bag, so Astley seems to be distracted.
Astley gave it to Kakusho.
Astley seems to be distracted anyway, so I will take it.
It's too enthralled with those potions.
Kakusho holds on to the rest of the ancient coins for now, thinking maybe one day we'll actually use it for something less random and beneficial.
Something else, right? Okay. Yeah, at some point you guys do have to pay your entry fee in ancient coins. Yeah, we don't know what that's going to be just yet. All right. With that, Borgin's shop is closed. He thanks you all again for taking a few precious moments to stop by. And he starts taking his wheel down, getting everything packed up on his wagon. He is just about ready to head out. He says, "Oh, thanks again for finding my goblet again." And I won't forget to mention you guys on my travels.
Thanks,
You're
Morgan.
great. Not only 2/3 of you are great customers, but you're also
Ignore that.
not bad at finding things. All right. Does Astley need a minute to finish choking down this +1 potion, or are we ready to
Sure
move on?
does. Astley is very, very sleepy right now, so maybe somebody will carry Astley around a little bit.
Kakusho thinks, oh, well, I have this impossible to pronounce with a rapier.
The rapier?
The silver
It's a very
sword.
weird looking word.
Why don't we just we could pull Astley around by their ankle, just by their boot, and
Kakusho
drag to the
is
dust.
grateful for Astley, and we'll carry her around. Doesn't mind.
All right, cool. Well, you guys did hit most of the categories I had on the prize wheel. There were 3 we didn't hit yet. It's not bad.
Sweet.
Natural
Not bad.
100, baby. Was it
Wow.
only like actually a 100
Yes.
for that? Okay.
Yep. Had to be 100.
I really wanted it.
That's a good roll. It's a good roll.
I've been asking about leveling up since our first session.
Right?
you bribed the RNG gods to give you 100.
Must have been, because it wasn't.
Or Belligan secretly behind the scenes tinkering with the dice.
I had nothing to do with that. That was not my doing by any means at all. Okay. So with that, ready to head back to Mayor Pedro's house. As you're going, you see the young man running back, pushing that wheelbarrow of carrots, and he runs up to you, and he looks like he's out of breath. He's like, "Where'd you want me to take your carrots, ma'am, sirs?"
Oh, well, I'll take a couple of those right now. So she takes about 20 off the top, and then she points like in the direction of their office, and you can put the rest in the office. There's a snack closet. Just toss them in there.
All right.
It should be open.
Okay. He's good with that. He knows where to go. And
Kakusho asks that they also leave the wheelbarrow if they can as payment.
he's kind of like, I'll have to ask. I don't know if I have permission to do that or not. So I'll find out and get back to you, okay?
All right. Kakusho glares at him.
mean,
Hopefully that
Roll your eyes and
slows him.
sigh.
he has no clue if he's authorized to do that or not. Trio continues on, Astley being dragged by the boot, eyes rolling after drinking this +1 potion. It's doing some funky things inside. And you approach Mayor Pedro's home. It is just outside of the city proper limits, not quite to where the farms are yet. He has a nice piece of property that's fenced off in an iron fence, and a large grass yard that circles around his home that sits on top of the hill. And the grounds are still being well kept. In fact, you see a younger teenage boy pushing what looks like a machine to cut the grass, all at an equal level height, kind of like a push mower, who apparently is still taking care of the grounds, even though Pedro's been missing for, what did we say, a couple months now?
Yeah, I thought you said 6 months or so.
6 months?
2 months,
Okay,
6
we'll
months.
go 6 months. 2 months, 6 months, some period of non-discrete time. He has been missing. But this boy's out here still taking care of the yard. The house itself is like a Tudor style home. It's a single floor. From the front, there's some steps that lead up to a front door and a couple windows on the front. And that's pretty much what it looks like. It's not a massive house by like today's standards or anything like that, but Looks like it's got a couple rooms in it. It's a comfortable place to live, if nothing else. So as you open up the gate, the teenage boy runs over towards you guys. Says, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! What are you doing here?"
Spectre looks at him and goes, "What are you doing here? This is a house of a man who's gone missing."
Yeah, but you know what? I'm still getting paid to cut his lawn, and I'm cutting it, and I got to make sure this place looks nice. I mean, I can't just have anyone come romping through here with their boots or clawed feet and tearing up the grass. It's got to look nice.
Who's paying you to keep this lawn so nicely shorn?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's the estate of Mayor Pedro that's perpetually set up to pay us to keep taking care of the property. I mean, I know he's not been here for a while, but we're still getting paid and we're still going to do our job, and I'm sure he'll show up sooner or later.
Well, we have been sent here by the acting mayor Trid to look into Pedro's disappearance. Do you have any information on that? Did he say anything to you upon his departure?
No, didn't even know he was going to leave. Probably didn't even know he was gone for a couple weeks. I mean, we're here taking care of the garden, but usually he's busy during the day when he was here.
Did you not
And
normally interact with him when you were working here previously? Is it like you would go long periods of time without seeing him?
well, I mean, we'd see him come home and have dinner in the evenings, and sometimes he'd say hi and tell us if we're not doing our job right, or if he wanted to have some plants moved around or something like that.
Okay. Well,
You
if
know, it
you
was
if
maybe a couple times a week we talked.
okay, well, if we promise not to trot on your lawn, would you let us look around a little bit? Well, again, we're trying to investigate where your boss went.
He's like, just yeah, don't track any of the grass clippings into the house. That's the big thing. That'll get all of us in trouble.
Well, who would get in trouble with? Pedro isn't around.
He's going to come back at some point. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
Unless you think that dirty rotten Trid did something funky with him. Unless you think there's some foul play involved.
That's to be determined on our parts, but we are here to investigate that. So we'll stay out of your way if you stay out of ours.
It's like, all right, but I'm going to keep an eye on you. No grass clippings.
We'll make sure we pick up the grass if we happen to accidentally bring any in.
All right. Okay. So with that, he goes back to pushing his mower, and there's a cobble path that leads up to the house. And just to attempt to avoid any of the grass clippings that really haven't been cleaned up yet, we're going to have everybody roll an acrobatics check.
You got it. Luckily, that is one of my strong suits. That would be a 26.
An unnatural 26?
It is an unnatural 20. I don't think you could have a natural 26, but it was a 19 with my.
It's a pretty good roll.
I have a +7 to acrobatics.
Yes.
Ashley is awake now. Ashley is awake.
Is that one of the expertise skills you have? Acrobatics?
I don't know, but I don't know if I did
Spectre.
this right.
Yes, Spectre. That is one of her. What's it called? Her specialties and under her skills.
Expertise,
She's got an
yeah.
expertise. Yeah, it's acrobatics, and like a couple others.
All right. How does Kakusha do dragging
Ashley is awake now.
Ashley along?
Ashley is awake.
Kakusha's a bit nervous, and rightfully so. Rolls a 12, and looks a bit uneasy at the grass clippings.
So while Spectre's dancing around and frankly probably brushing some of the grass out of the way of everyone else, Kakusha moves along, and thanks to a little bit of expert help, is able to avoid stepping under the grass clippings as far as he can tell, and doesn't have any on his feet. All right. Is Ashley being drugged, or is Ashley also going to?
Ashley is also going to do this. I can't figure out how to, like, if I go up a level, what do I do with my, like, do I get any, like, points anywhere for anything? I don't know.
Proficiency bonus does not change yet. That would give like a +1 to everything you're proficient in. You did pick up an additional known spell. It looks like you do have Jack of all trades.
Yes, I have that.
Which
also
lets you add half your proficiency bonus to any skill that you're not already proficient in. So that would be a +1 to any skill you're not proficient in.
Yes, but so nothing else changes, right? I don't think.
That and the hit points go up, yeah.
Oh, my hit points go up to what?
Hit points. So you can either just take with a D8, what is it, 5?
I'll just take
plus
5.
Your con modifier, or you can roll if you want, but that's
If you roll, you're actually rolling the dice. So.
It's risky.
I'll just go
and you have a +1 from
14.
your con mod, so it'll be six more to your maximum. So
so +6.
+6 total. Yep.
I roll for acrobatics. It's a 9 + 1 is 10.
10. All right. Astley's still a little bit dazed coming out of it, though. Thanks to the path already being cleared off, Astley's also able to make it through without picking up any grass clippings.
Astley doesn't even know what happened.
Doesn't even know what happened. Just saw everyone else kind of avoiding the grass. Like, yeah, okay. Might as well. All right. As you approach this Tudor-style home, you come up to the patio where the door is, and the door itself right now is locked. You can see there are some windows around the house. There's about 3 of them in the front, maybe a few more on the sides. But the door was locked.
Well,
Astley knocks on the door. Is there like a knocker or anything?
Sure, there's a knocker.
Can I reach the knocker?
Yeah.
I bang the knocker.
Yeah, it's placed such that children or gnomes can reach it. All right, you knock on the door, and it's not just like a normal knocker. When you pull it out, there's like, it's almost like a cogwheel is attached to the back side of it when you open it up, where it's like a gear that's attached that goes to the door. So you can feel a little bit of a mechanical rumbling as you push this knocker out and then push it back in. And it not only makes a knock, but you hear some mechanical bells on the inside ringing as well. And it kind of rings and echoes through the home. And you can hear it even from the outside pretty well. It's a pleasant sound, but that's it. There's no other response. Nothing else happened.
What do we do? Astley is still kind of groggy.
Pick the lock? Is that something I can do as a rogue?
Yeah.
I have, I think, thieves' tools. So
you probably have thieves' tools. Yep.
Yes, I definitely do. I'm going to use my thieves' tools and try to crack this lock open without the lawn boy seeing me.
He may not even care as long as you aren't bringing grass inside.
That's true.
It's going to be a dexterity check. You're proficient in it. So D20 plus your dex mod.
You got it. That's just a D20. So that was a 19 plus 3. That is a 22.
Someone's got loaded dice tonight.
I know, right?
That's 2 19s you rolled.
It's better than my usuals. It's my usual nights. I usually roll very badly, if you haven't noticed. So I'm happy with these rolls tonight. It likes me tonight.
All right. Spectre gets to work on the door with your thieves' tools, and this lock is pretty well made. You could tell that your average pickpocket probably would struggle with it. And for a moment, you feel like you might even need to use that blue ribbon you just want to get this thing to go. But then you hear the familiar click. You get your tools in past the initial mechanism to keep thieves from picking this lock, and you get it crack open, and you are able to unlock the door. Woo-hoo. As you do so, you hear a click, and the lock opens, and the door is still closed. It has a handle, like a lever that you turn to open, but it is no longer locked.
Sweet. I open the door slowly and slip inside.
All right.
I leave it cracked for everybody else.
Astley slips in.
You slip inside. Everyone else slings in. As you come in, there's a small entryway at the front of this house. There's kind of a bench off to the side with holes for shoes to be put in here. And inside, the first thing you notice at this place is immaculate. You see a little bit of dust starting to settle on some of the furniture and other things. Apparently no one's been in here for a while, but despite that, it's kept in really good shape. It doesn't look like anyone's gone through here and rummaged through anything to this point. The bench has a cubby with 5 slots for shoes, and all but one of them is empty. And in one of them, there is a pair of boots that still are a little bit muddy, but the mud's completely dry on it, on these boots. So they've been sitting here for quite a while. But other than that, the other 4 slots are open in the small entry. Beyond that, the other side of the entry opens up into kind of the main living area of this home, where there's a coffee table sitting out in the center of the room, and there's a couch on one side and a couple chairs on the other, and there is a bookshelf on the other side of the room, before it kind of opens up back into a dining room kitchen area and beyond that. And that's kind of what you can see from the entryway. The big thing is it looks like it's clean. It doesn't look like anyone's been in here since Pedro disappeared, as far as you can tell from looking from the entryway.
Well, do you guys want to spread out, see if we can't locate anything of interest in this large house?
Sounds good.
Sure. Astley wanders towards the couch to go sit on it.
Spectre heads off to find an office of any kind.
How many
Okay.
floors did you say there were? Were there? If there's
It's
two
just one
floors-
floor.
Oh, okay. All right. I will go in a different direction. I guess left or right. I'm not sure which direction the office and couch were.
All right. Just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to drop something on the ground here. Let me see if I can do this without covering up your tokens. Just to give you a quick layout of what this house is going to look like. All right, you should be able to see that.
Yes.
Pop up on
I like the floor plan. I like it.
the floor
This
plan.
is great.
This is like, it's actually perfect.
This is a floor plan of a Tudor home, what we pick up. So you guys are coming through this entry. You can see this main area is the living room, where Ashley is now sitting. Beyond that, there's a kitchen area and dining room. You can see from here, there's a doorway off to the left that looks like it goes to possibly a study or a bedroom. There's a couple rooms over there. And then another one over to the right that looks like it's probably like a master suite type area. Beyond that, ignore the stairs. They do not exist, nor do the
Sweet.
washer and dryer from this
Wow.
particular map.
They're just strange boxes with clothes in them.
Yeah, it's a place to set your dirty clothes, and someone will come pick it up and return it to the other pile clean after they've been washed. It's a monthly service you can apparently pay to have in town, in the town of Redbrook. I can say that now. It'll be officially released. And I don't know. Should be some funky name for it, for a clothes washing service, but it's not real important to the adventure, so we'll leave that up to the listener's imagination.
Okay.
Like I said, from here, it looks pretty clean. To the left, you've got potentially, there's a couple doors, a bedroom and an office might be over there, and then it looks like a master suite over to the right. Now, the door into the master suite, you can see, is actually open. The other doors are closed.
All right, I'm going to head into the master suite.
Okay.
And poke around in there.
I guess I'll go inspect the kitchen dining room area.
I'm inspecting the living
Okay.
room and especially the couch.
Yeah. The couch is very
suspicious
comfortable.
pillows I see there.
Very suspicious pillows. No, the couch is really comfortable. You feel like you could sit here for a long time and have long conversations with Mayor Pedro if he were still here. Cutting to Spectre, the master bedroom, you get really the same vibe that you have from the rest of the house. It's very clean. The bed is made. There are some drawers, some closed drawers that have been, everything's pretty much kept up, but you do see, again, on top of some of the furniture, there's some dust that has settled.
I'm definitely going to rummage through some of the drawers that I see, looking for any kind of clues about the space.
Okay, let's get an investigation roll.
Okay. I'm not good with these, so let's see if it goes. Oh, 14. Okay, I'll take a 14.
14. Better
I got
than
double
average.
14s on that. That's so funny. Mario Party rules, it should double. just kidding.
28.
Going through the clothes for the most part, it looks like the normal clothes that would be normal for a mayor of the time to wear. They're fancy. well kept, well folded. The only thing that seems out of place a little bit, you get to the bottom drawer, just kind of quickly opening up and flipping through them, and you find a hat it's a black hat with a big rim, and it's got a feather that sticks out of it. And it looks like the kind of hat like a sailor or someone would wear on the seas, not something you'd wear around town. That the fashion of it just doesn't fit with everything else.
I put it on my head for now. It's just an easy way to carry it, but I feel like this might be a clue of some sort. So I place it upon my head and continue looking about, just in this room. Not that there's anything else here, but
okay. Continuing your investigation, and as you do so, we will cut to Kakusho. So Kakusho went the other direction. You got a room to your left behind the door and a room to your right behind the door. Which one would you like to check out?
Do I know which one is towards the kitchen area, or am I just choosing one of them?
Yeah, so on the map, you've got the bedroom 2 and the bedroom 3. Bedroom 2 would be on your left. Bedroom 3 would be on your right.
Oh, yeah. Well, can I inspect the kitchen?
Oh, yeah. That's where you started, isn't it?
Yeah, I just want to... yeah. So I guess
okay.
my idea of the kitchen is trying to think if there's any moldy or rotten food that might indicate that maybe Pedro left but was unplanned. And then also, there tends to be notes maybe on a pantry. I don't know if they have refrigerators now on the food areas. On maybe
we established there are icebox refrigerators, okay. Right? From when I Astley first went around town buying snacks.
So yeah, I'll look around the kitchen for some notes, maybe see what state the food's in, kind of indicate if he left in a hurry or not.
Yeah. Okay. So looking around the kitchen, for the most part, it is pretty clean. Other than some of that light dust settling, a couple things that you do notice: the ice box, the ice in it is completely melted, and you can see on the floor where there were puddles of water that have since evaporated. So it's been long enough for all the ice in there to completely melt, drain out of the ice box onto the floor, and then dry up. So there's just kind of the watermarks. Looking in the ice box, there's a little bit of meat in there that has gone completely bad. It smells really bad when you open it. So apparently there was some frozen meat in here that is thawed and is just decomposing at this point. It smells like
death. Hurriedly closes the ice box.
All right. Other than that, looking around, it looks like anything that is non-perishable that would like last a while, so like dried meats or anything like that you'd expect to be in a kitchen have been taken. And anything else, there's a bowl that had some apples and things that are completely shriveled up at this point, and there's some flies flying around, and they don't smell too bad. They've gone past the point where they would stink. But other than that, like most of the food's gone. So what you can gather from that is Pedro may have known he was leaving for an extended period of time and had taken some food with him that he'd be able to travel with and eat.
Okay. Well, with that in mind, no need to look for any signs of forced entry or a struggle, because it looks like he left and was planning to leave. So I'll walk towards the bedrooms and kind of just see if I can find any indication of maybe like a plan he made or some form of writing that indicated where he's going. And I guess I'll choose the one on the left to look into first.
Okay. So Kakusho leaves the kitchen, heads over to the bedroom to the left. It's a smaller bedroom. It looks like it's for guests. And by the decor, it looks like Pedro probably has his grandma stay here whenever she visits. It's been kept completely clean, though. Any closets or drawer space right now are empty. Just the bed is made and kind of grandma-ish decorations around the room.
Doilies.
Yeah, doilies.
Doilies everywhere.
Porcelain clowns.
Probably.
That like yellowed flower wallpaper.
No wallpaper. You didn't go that far.
Kakusho looks around, sees that there isn't really much in this room. The bed's been made, and really it doesn't look like anything's happening in this one. So quickly leaves and heads towards the other.
All right. Kusho heads back through the door to this back room. And this room has been set up as an office. So there's a nice desk in here. There are some books and things that are still kind of open and about that have to deal with some of the affairs of town. But that's kind of what you get at a first glance. If we want to dig into more than that, we'll need an investigation roll.
Okay. I rolled a 15.
15. So Kakushiko kind of goes over and looks at the desk. There's a couple open books there. One of them, you can see a ledger of expenses, and you can see that he had recently made a transaction to the bank with instructions to have deposits made to the groundkeeper's account. And the duration of that was set up to be for 8 months for that particular investment. So you're a good chunk of the ways into that, but that explains why the groundskeeper continues to be paid and continues to keep track of everything. The other thing that stands out is you see a small map of the region. And I'm going to move the map over here just a little bit. It's overlaying our other world map. And there is an arrow that's kind of drawn to an area where there is kind of by Lake Tempest. There's a small cave over there. It doesn't have a name or anything on it. It's just pointing to something that says cave. And sitting next to the book is an eye patch.
Is there anything else of note around the room, or is this the main?
So those are the ones that are still open on the table. Everything else has kind of been put away. Nothing else looks like it's particular value as far as figuring out where Pedro may have gone. There's other documents there involving his work as a mayor.
Okay.
And maybe some picture books and journals and those kind of things. But
I'll just take the map and the eye patch and just go back and see what Ashley and Spectre are up to.
And I'm also walking back into the living room area where the couches are.
Okay. So everyone returns to where Ashley has thoroughly investigated this couch and determined it is definitely comfortable.
Was there anything on the coffee table in that room? Was there a coffee table?
There was a coffee table. There was a picture book with different types of boats and ships in it.
Can I flip through the book?
Yep, you can. It looks like it's written to be entertaining to younger kids that are just learning about different kinds of boats, and it explains the different sizes, and some of them use the wind, and some of them are steam powered, and use different types of mechanical methods of moving about.
Now,
and
why does
one
the
or two
mayor,
of them talk about.
Why does the mayor have a children's book sitting on his table?
Also, why does the mayor have a pirate hat? She takes the hat off of her head and throws it onto the coffee table.
Are there any pirate ships in this book?
There are no pirate ships in the book. There's the ships could be used by pirates, but they aren't labeled like pirate ship or anything like that. It's like fishing boats and cargo boats and cruisers and yachts and I don't know what else. I'm not a boat expert, so I couldn't tell you the different kinds. But
well, Kakusho shows the indication of the cave and wonders if Ashley or Spectre have been this way before. I don't have any information of what could be this mysterious cave on the map.
Have either of us been that way before?
Not really. It looks like it hasn't been explored a lot by anyone from the town. It's just kind of a map that shows that there's caves up that way, and not a whole lot of other information is given on that. And it's not something you guys are super familiar with. Most of the farms are kind of the opposite direction, and most of the trails that travelers take either go kind of north out of town, but not that way by the coast, or they kind of go south along to the river and to where more of the ports are at.
But there is like a clear indication that Pedro was looking at this and marked it as.
Yes, that's his notes. Kind of circled this cave that's up by Lake Tempest. Yeah.
Well, Kikusho asks if anyone else has other ideas, but if not, maybe this is a good place to start.
Yeah, I think he had some seafaring feels, and we may want to go check the dock.
Arr, matey.
Did we check every room in this house?
I'm not sure. What rooms did you check? I was busy in the master's bedroom. Which rooms were you in there, Kakusho?
I checked the guest bedroom or the grandmother bedroom, and then also the office area. And then I guess I also checked the kitchen.
If we were dividing the ratio of the work here, Astley did like 1/10 of it, and Spectre looked at maybe 3/10 of it, and Kakusho got everywhere else.
What was in this guest bedroom?
Not really much. Just kind of some figurines and porcelain stuff. Didn't look too interesting, so I quickly decided to check another room.
Astley walks over to the Astley goes to the grandma room.
I did not check the doors, so Kusho sees Astley walk away and lets her know to maybe check some of the drawers.
Astley is grumbling.
So checking the drawers in the guest bedroom in Grandma's room.
Checking the drawers under the bed, under the the pillows.
Okay.
All the normal.
Most
places.
of the drawers are empty. It's kept for whoever's visiting to keep clothes in there, but they're not there now. The one drawer that does have stuff looks like it has a nice stack of doilies in it.
I pocket a few doilies.
That's about all that's. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe you should be playing a Kender. Familiar with those?
I am not. I just added 4 doilies to my inventory.
Kender is the name basically for halflings in Dragonlance, and they are notorious for just borrowing things. They don't really understand property. Anyway.
There's so many in here.
I know. Who's going to miss a few?
They might be helpful for the investigation.
Could be. You might need to pick something up, and a nice doily would do just the job. Keep your hands full.
It's not like I took a hat or things from an office that there were only one of.
Right.
I didn't steal the hat. I put it down on the table. I'm not taking that thing. It's very gauche. I'm not wearing that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a pirate's hat, but not like a real pirate's hat, like a fake pirate, someone trying to dress like a pirate's hat.
Astley kind of wants the hat. Astley does not take the hat.
I sense a moral dilemma brewing in Astley's head.
A deep struggle is within you.
Let's go to the docks.
Heck yeah. Let's head out of here. Don't get any grass on the floor on our way out.
Okay. So when you say the docks, you're heading to the docks down south where most people go to catch ships.
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm assuming.
Wouldn't it make more sense to head up towards Lake Tempest?
Oh, or yeah, Pirates Cove. If we're looking at the map. But what did the books say that you read in the office there, Kakusho?
There was indications of the small cave area. So it seems like that might be a good place to start. But I would imagine that Pirates Cove or Lake Tempest area, asking around, might get more information on if people have seen Pedro too.
Was there anything? Did you find anything else in the office?
Just an eye patch.
Nothing else that might explain
the pirate hat.
Very piratey.
Nothing else that might explain why the groundskeeper's still showing up.
Oh yes, there was a indication that Pedro did set up some funds for the groundskeepers.
Should we perhaps
8 months? So.
Should we let Mayor Trid know what we found so far?
No, let's. I mean, unless you think he might give us some more resources by keeping him updated. I feel like that might slow us down a bit, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and I think people didn't seem too happy last time we talked to him, so might be best to avoid going to talk to him until we have good news, or I guess bad news.
And we're off.
Let's head to that small cave / the docks area / up into the right.
All right, up and to the right on the map. Super descriptive. Yeah, the docks are more south, where Whispering Creek goes over and meets up to the vast ocean. But there is like Tempest up north. People generally don't fish there a whole lot because it's usually pretty stormy. So there's not tons and tons of people that go up there, and that's part of why the area isn't as well explored. Just the weather isn't super favorable for it. So with that, our travels will take us north to a region of caves near Lake Tempest. It is going to take about a day to travel up there. So I'm assuming appropriate provisions will be gathered and taken along. Again, I don't want to micromanage that stuff. So we will
have food.
Just assume you have
We got
food.
300 carrots at home. We can take,
Plenty of carrots.
Snackies. Doilies.
Love snackies. Love doilies. Love snackies.
All right. With that, we are going to hit the ding, ding, ding timer on the session, and we're going to wrap it up. When we pick up next time, we'll see if we can find that small cave that was indicated on the map that was left in Mayor Pedro's office.
Cool.
Woohoo!
Bye.
Sounds good to me.
Here's my outro.
Bye.
That's what I was waiting
Bye.
for.
Bye.
Bye.